Hey guys. Welcome back to Daily Movie Recaps. My name is Rocky and today I will show an emotional sex drama of secrets and scandal from 2017 called Newness. Please like, share and of course subscribe to Daily Movie Recaps. The movie starts with Martin, a pharmacist, scrolling through images of women on his phone. Joanne, his colleague at the pharmacy, mentions that this is her last day at work and invites Martin to a party, but Martin refuses, saying that he's busy. Whereas Gabi, an assistant physiotherapist, is scrolling through images of men on her phone. Later we see Martin eating with his friends at a restaurant. His friend teases Martin that he liked Japanese girls and that why he married Bethany Takara. Martin is offended and mentions that he married her because he loved her. He then goes to bathroom and walks away in a sore mood. Meanwhile, Gabi is out with the girls for the night. But her friends are looking at pictures of men. Gabi decides to text some guy to meet up and says goodbye to her friends. She walks past Martin on her way out. Gabi walks into a building and enters a guy's apartment and starts making out with him. At the same time, Martin is also making out with a girl but stops midway because she's on drugs. Martin helps the girl vomit. Next we see Gabi again scrolling through images of men on a dating app. She updates her status on the app to DTF. Martin also updates his status to DTF on the same app. Martin likes Gabi's picture on the app. The app works its magic and instantly matches Gabi and Martin. Martin and Gabi start texting each other, agreeing to a no-strings-attached relationship, and then decide to meet up at a club. They decide to go to Martin's place after having a few drinks. Martin mentions that he's been using the app for 6 months and Gabi says that she came to America for education and is from Barcelona. Gabi makes a point that she really likes trying out new things and is always in search of a constant newness. So Martin and Gabi grab a few more drinks and then they dance together and play arcade games. They share dinner and a few laughs, and later they share their backgrounds with each other. Martin tells Gabi he was married once for a short time. They spend the night roaming the streets and return the next morning to make out. Both of them have a really great time together. Martin makes breakfast for Gabi. The next day, Martin and Gabi visit an art museum together. Martin asks Gabi to choose a work of art that she would want to take home. They joke around the museum and laugh hysterically. On the way back, Gabi introduces Martin to a friend of hers, Blake. Soon Gabi packs up her things and moves in with Martin, and for the time being everything seems perfect. They spend the day together playing basketball and partying. Martin and Gabi decide to deactivate their dating accounts together. This makes it clear that they are now dating and not in a no-strings-attached arrangement. Martin and Gabi then meet up with Martin's friends and have dinner together. Later that night, Gabi wants to get intimate, but Martin shuts the idea down, saying that he's tired. Both of them lie facing away from each other, glued to their phones. The next morning, Martin and Gabi are still fixated on their phones. It becomes obvious that their honeymoon phase is over. Martin introduces Gabi to his parents, hoping to develop their relationship further and keep the fire alive. Martin's father is in the kitchen with Gabi and he tells Gabi that his wife has dementia. He further explains to Gabi that love isn't all roses and sweets. Gabi excuses herself to go to the bathroom. On her way, sees pictures of Martin and his ex-wife Bethany hung on the wall. She sees childhood pictures of Martin with a young girl and gets upset. She rejoins the dinner table with Martin and his parents. Gabi asks Martin if he had a sister, to which he replies no. Martin's mother mistakes Gabi for Bethany. Martin's father explains to her that the girl in front of her is Gabi. Gabi asks Martin how long he had been married to Bethany. Martin replied 8 months. It gets a little intense between the two. Martin asks Gabi what's wrong on the way home. Gabi replies that his mother called her Bethany and that she needs to know more details about Martin's past. Martin doesn't want to share his past. Gabi asks Martin why he hasn't told her about his mother's conditions, about his sister and so many other things. Gabi kept asking Martin again if he had a sister. Martin replies that no, I don't, she's dead. Martin and Gabi get into a heated argument. Gabi grabs her bag and leaving the apartment. Martin meets up with his friend Paul and admits that he loves Gabi. Meanwhile, Gabi is working and meets a waiter named Roland. Roland invites Gabi to a party. Joanne is back in the pharmacy, but only for the weekends. Martin then gets invited to a party by his colleagues. Martin and Gabi both go out for the night but feel lonely in a crowd. They both seem uninterested at first but eventually blend in. Gabi wakes up the next morning only to find herself next to Paul. She sneaks out the room. Meanwhile, Martin has spent the night with his colleague Joanne. Gabi goes to Martin's apartment to talk to him. She feels guilty and starts crying. Martin asks her what happened and Gabi confesses that she cheated on Martin last night. She asks Martin if there was anything he wanted to tell her, but Martin doesn't reply. Gabi goes into the room and starts crying. Gabi asks Martin if he even loves her anymore. They both decide to go to a counselor. The counselor advises them to share their feelings. Martin confesses that he felt if he told Gabi about his feelings she might not love him anymore. When they came back home on the counselor's advice, each of them shared their secrets and asked each other questions. They both confessed to each other about their sexual fantasies and promised to be honest with each other. Gabi and Martin go to a surprise party for a man named Larry. Gabi asks Martin to flirt with a girl while she flirts with other people. Martin goes and tells the other girl the truth: he has a girlfriend. Martin is alone drinking and his friend comes up to meet him. Gabi, who is now looking for Martin, sees him talking to a girl. Gabi finds herself a man and decides to drink some coffee with him. Both Gabi and Martin are having a great time. Martin reactivates his Winx accounts and starts swiping pictures of girls on his phone. Their relationship rejuvenated, they decide to meet each other's demands. Gabi asks Martin to take a lap dance with a stripper. And Martin wants Gabi to go on a date so he could spy on her. Gabi also reactivates her Winx account and later they decide to have a threesome. They make promises to each other and agree on always doing things together. Gabi goes to meet Larry and Paul asks Martin if he's okay with Gabi sleeping with other people. Martin says he's fine with it and Paul tells Martin that Bethany, his ex-wife, had a baby. Larry asks Gabi if Martin knows that she's with him. Gabi says that she'd tell Martin later and that they have an open relationship. He asks Gabi why they are in such relationship. Larry then goes on to explain that there would always be a part of her that would feel empty and alone and that relationship is pointless. Back home, Martin is staring at Bethany's number on his phone when Gabi suddenly opens the door. Gabi tells Martin about her day and Martin just gets irritated. Martin goes out to drink at a bar where he meets up with Blake. Gabi texts Larry. Martin discusses his past with Blake and tells her how Bethany had a miscarriage. Martin confesses that he ran away because he wasn't ready for any of it. Gabi goes out with Larry and spends the night with him. At home, Martin watches old videos of Bethany on his laptop and decides to email her. Larry, on the other hand, gifts Gabi a necklace. Gabi comes home the next morning and hides the necklace. Soon Martin finds the necklace in a book and a friend of Blake tells Gabi that Martin still has emotional baggage from his previous relationship. They again get into a heated argument, swearing and screaming at each other. Gabi packs up her things and leaves. Gabi goes to Larry's house. Larry tells Gabi that he's planning to move to Europe, to Barcelona, for 2 years. Larry makes her an offer to go with him. At night, Larry throws a party and invites Blake. Gabi doesn't want Blake to be there. Ari and Gabi have a small argument concerning Blake and Gabi leaves. Martin meets up with Bethany and apologizes to her. They catch up and have a good conversation. Gabi and Larry talk about the other night and Gabi realizes that Larry doesn't care about who she is or what she wants. Gabi packs up her stuff and leaves Larry. Gabi goes to Martin, confesses that she wants a serious relationship with him. They both have a heart-to-heart and confess their feelings. The end. Please like, share and of course subscribe to Daily Movie Recaps.